It's showtime, and we are here. I only have to make us visible. Once again, it's a great pleasure having the delightful Karen Chapeau with me, or she's got me with her, or whichever way. Hello, Karen.
Hello, happy to be here.
It's such a pleasure. And today we're going to be talking about the cards once again. And I titled this live stream, Why on Earth? Which has got a bit of a double meaning. Why on earth? And that would have been my first question to you. Why on earth are we dealing with the cards? Why are we doing this to begin with?
Well, it's really a form of galactic technology designed to help humans navigate their life so that we're not so blindsided because we came here to forget so that we could remember. And this is a way to help us remember. And it's basically not just for this planet Earth. There's a deck of cards for each planet and each star. So the way we quadrate the um, the deck is for planet Earth, and it is for us to identify our own selves, learn about who we are, self-discovery, and then how the world around us fits in and why we're here. There's so many things we can learn. It's just barely been tapped into.
Yeah, I think you took the words right out of my mouth because the more I um, deal with the cards, the more I learn about it, the more fascinated I am because it is. I mean, it is a rabbit hole of note. It's not just a rabbit hole; it's an entire um, subterranean labyrinth of rabbit families and foxes and whoever lives down there. It is just amazing. And it's what I found most fascinating is that it's not just for us. It's not just that we can learn more about ourselves, but that we learn also about other people and that we come to understand them better and their blueprint through the mundane spread or the master life script, but also through their energetic fingerprint means where are they standing right now? You know, what is important for them right now? Why are they reacting like this? And why are the dynamics between maybe them and me, sort of not coined, but shaped in a particular way?
Yeah, compatibility. We can determine so much. Will we be compatible between this person and that person? Why are we born into this specific family? All the answers are there in the cards.
They are indeed. And what would you say or suggest to someone who has absolutely got no idea about cardiology? Where would you want them to start?
Start with the self. Always start with the self and discover if any of it makes sense. Does it resonate with you? And this may not resonate with everyone. It immediately resonated with me. And many, many of my friends, when I showed them, were absolutely blown away. And when you start realizing the description, how it fits you so incredibly accurately, you want to keep reading on. And then you start to wonder, well, if this is really a description of who I am, it's sort of how I'm wired and why I'm here, my mission, my dharma, my patterns, my gifts. Well, then there must be more information about all the people I love. I want to learn about my daughter now. And now I want to learn about why I chose my mother and all the people around me. I start really, life is about relationships. We live in a world of duality, but we must start with ourselves. So to really fully understand ourselves and how we relate to other people, how we relate to our own selves, these cards have an amazing math, science, and magic all combined, which in Sanskrit is called vidya. When you combine something that is really solid and provable, black and white, but you add an element of intuition, magic, and maybe the esoteric, whatever you want to call it, and then all of it has confluence and makes sense, then you start realizing, wow, these are all people around me that maybe are aspects of myself, and I'm learning about who I am through all these people, especially family members, lovers, colleagues, the ones that really know how to poke you, that mean the most to you, that you love dearly or hate dearly, because love and hate live on the same street. So this has been really, really helpful for me to understand my whole family dynamic, why I picked them, and forgiveness. And that's what it comes down to, is
Yeah,
forgive.
two things. It's you mentioned, or science, and the one thing that I've completely baffles me in a way is the number 55. I mean, 5 is the number of man, but 55 that they chose in order to calculate the solar value, which is obviously sort of, then the value for your birth card. 55 minus day minus month. And that just works out so beautifully that the 31st of December, sort of where you have 55 minus 31 minus 12 is actually 0, and there's the Joker. And in the tarot, you've got the Joker as a value of 0 and 22. So it's like the lowest card. I don't know anything, but I don't give a toss. And the 22nd card, I know everything, and I just don't give a toss. How the Joker combines the beginning and the end. And in cardology, where it combines or links, connects the last day of the year, the 30th, the 30th of December, with the first day of the next year, the 1st of January. The lowest card with a solar value of 1, which is the Ace of Hearts, and the highest card on the 1st of January, which is the King of Spades, with a solar value of 52. I mean, it's just like the beautiful symmetry that has been created there just by that calculation alone.
That
I mean, it's
is.
like, yeah.
Yeah, it's we could go hours on analyzing that, because it is quite mystical, philosophical, has deep meanings, a lot of truths revealed in that number 55, and on those 2 days of the year, the 31st and January 1st. I mean, I can comment a little if you want.
No, go ahead.
Well, whenever the Ace of Hearts and the King of Spades, which is the last day of the year and the first day of the year, show up together in the vertical and direct spreads, these two cards, we call it, it forms a yoga. A yoga means union. So the union of these two cards create an eclipse-like situation. It's like a blip in time. So when you get that in your daily transit, when those two cards appear, or in a 52-day cycle, or whatever cycle it is, you can expect eclipse-like situations. It's going to be, you're almost in this cuspal, treading, floating. It's very highly transformational where the veil is thin. You may get messages, you may get visitations. Anything you do, if you want legs, like starting a business, getting married, something that you want some tenacity and legs on, I wouldn't do it when you are having a King of Spades and an Ace of Hearts, because it doesn't give anything solid. It is it is the space between the inhale and the exhale. It doesn't have a foundation. So that's very fascinating. And then also, when you do the primordial card to the King of Spades, we get the 9 of Clubs. You understand that, the essence level, number 22, which is what you were talking about, 22 and the 0. And then the 55, it is because we live in a world of duality. So if we were quadrating cards for, let's say, a 6-dimensional planet, maybe Orion, where there are creatures, beings, star beings that are more aligned with Christ consciousness, or Buddha, whatever it is, the higher consciousness, they're in unity, consciousness, not duality. So they would choose 1, 5, and then quadrate from there. But since oh, where'd you go? I lost you, Elmar. I thought I moved my
No, sorry,
hand.
so I lost I gave you the stage, so
Oh, you did? Okay, I thought I went like that, and I was able to magically move you. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so I thought if I did it the other way, you'd come back. I have to laugh at myself. Okay, so I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, so the 55 is the duality that represents, the black and white, the hot, the cold, the girl, the boy, all the things that planet Earth represents. It's a binary world.
And it's also interesting, just on a general level, that with the 1st of January, which is not the beginning of the year in the natural world, it's the beginning of the year in man's world. We start with the highest and last card, which is the King of Spades. And then as we progress through the year or carry ourselves through the year, we actually end up on the 30th of December with the lowest card, with the first card, which is all about the desire for love. So we've been starting off with that, basically sort of all the quiver, all the arrows in a quiver. We've got all the ammunition, so to say, that we need, is probably the wrong word these days, all the ammunition that we need. And then sort of at the end of the year, we end up just with a desire for love.
You could look at it as the desire for love, but you know how I see it, Hilmar, is that I'm watching my aging parents go from strong, like my Italian stallion father. He was just, he could kick butt in the racquetball court. My husband, who was, he won so many awards for, he was the strong guy in high school. My father, he was that guy that could win. And now watching both my parents go into deterioration, into needing naps like a child, needing to be in diapers like a child, needing to be talked to like a child. It's almost like the evolution of life is we start as a baby, we reach adulthood, and then we start to decline, and we really do go back into almost like a child. My grandmother, she died when she was 102. And, no different than treating a baby, except she was just a large baby. I had to change her diapers. I had to keep repeating. She couldn't see, she couldn't hear. I had to do all kinds of, babies don't really understand it either. You have to
No,
use your own
it,
language.
yeah, it's the circle of life.
Circle of life. Yeah.
My mom passed away sort of last year in August, and same thing, so she was 90, and same thing, so old people are like babies. Same
Yeah.
thing. Just
Yeah.
just they just have the numbers, they just have the age, but sort of the quality is very different.
Yes.
Sorry, the quality is the same, so if you have to look after them just as much as you have to look after a baby.
Really, truly. Yeah.
And then they transition, so and then the soul leaves the body and sort of ventures on, and sort of new life is being born.
And the
I
King of
start
Spades is God. God, it numerically spells God. So it is, the time between when we leave and then go back to the light and just keep returning. But God, the King of Spades is that card of liberation. And it's a very powerful card, but sometimes it doesn't give results in the 3D, like really tangible, visceral things. It has a representation of actually being powerful, liberating, but losing things. So
Mhm.
losing, you can expect to call that a completion on some level. Like I perceive the King of Spades when I see a breakup or a divorce sometimes, or someone losing their job. That King of Spades will show up as like sort of a 12th house in astrology, like a finale, like an ending, but a blessed, liberated ending that had the hand of God or the finger of God involved.
Let's go back to the beginning. Where we're talking about babies and old people. So we're going back to the babies. Babies in cardology. So sort of most people will have played cards at some stage, some point in their life. Well, I certainly have when I was young, and we played a lot, in the family. But I don't think anyone will have ever suspected this depth of, or the depth of wisdom that is hiding behind it.
True.
Um, and I always liken the cards these days to a traffic light. Sort of it says it shows red or green, and in between you've got an orange or a yellow. Yeah, that's a yellow. And the cards are my traffic lights. You know, they show me when it's red and they show me when it's green. They show me when it says stop, red, and they show me when it says green, go. And how can we make those who have not yet come to the understanding and the appreciation of the wisdom behind the cards, how can we ease them into the system?
That's a very good question. So I would begin with learning about your personal transits and getting the app and watching daily, because the daily card is the card that you will learn the most with. The 52-day cycles and the larger, more expanded cycles can be a little too intimidating and
Yes.
too expanded to really see exactly what's going on. But when you make your learning consolidated in 24 hours, you can actually see the people in your life that will reflect that card of that day. You can even have direct experiences of the card if they're not embodied by a person. So start with your personal transit. Go day by day and start noticing, today I had a Jack of Spades in my... Do you do vertical and direct in that? I forget.
On the display side, yes. On the premium level, not on the free version.
Okay. Well,
Karyn is, so just in case you're listening, well, if you are listening, she's referring to my Sacred Symbols app. And while we are at it, I'd actually like to show it.
Yes.
And we have anonymized the context. That's the starting screen. We are on version 3.03 and made with love in Cape Town and Lüchow in Germany. So let's pick anyone. And we're going to take one that is very dear to us. Well, actually, so before we take the one that is dear to us, we take the one that is closest to us, and that is this one. And we have opted for today for the live stream because Karyn, being a 4 of hearts, has a 5 of diamonds, which is my birth card, as a day card and as a period card. So Karyn chose this date and I consented and agreed. And here we are on a 5 of diamonds day for her, and 7 of diamonds year. So it's also very, very interesting for you, very value driven period there, and changing, so lots of things are changing. And you talked about the day card, and I want to use this opportunity to show something that is new to the app since version 3.0 on the English side, 2.9 on the German side. And you see that it says at the top there is constellation music. And that's my sort of brief moment of fame, Karyn, so bear with me. Because for the last 4+ weeks, I've been sitting on adding music to the cards. And now I'm at a point where I have 416 different songs. I have a song for each card in each planet and the day card here as well. So, and if that works, let's see what the day card for the 5 of diamonds for Karyn today sounds like. I hope it works out.
I feel the change coming my way, like morning rays breaking the gray, following signs that lead me on, learning to find where I belong. Every signal leads to light, breaking through the deepest night. Every signal shows the way, teaching me to change today. Time to let go.
Love it. I am on a change. So this your music is not only really upbeat, inspiring, but it actually has a message that is very specific to the card of the day. And I can tell you that because that's my card of my day, right? I mean, that's a card of my day. And you embody it, as well as you don't have to always embody the card. You might never meet a person that has your card of the day. You may only have the experience of that card, or you may have both, the person and the experience. So I am experiencing both today because I feel like I'm right on the precipice of a big change in my life. And I'm in a Jupiter day, so it's financial as well, and around values. So yes, your music, however you were able to configure it, it really fits, it resonates, and it even gave me, a confirmation as to what I'm feeling.
Yeah, I find that sort of the way the AI platform interpreted and converted my prompt into lyrics and music is like almost like out of this world.
It
And it's
really is.
so diverse. And this one that you've seen there is where you're in a Five of Diamonds period once again, and it's in a Jupiter period, as we can see on the screen. That track is an interesting one because that is the only track that I manually edited. Because the first part, and we're going to listen to this, and it's going to take a while because it's about a minute 30, minute 40 before the actual lyrics kick in. But it created first that beautiful instrumental introduction, and then it messed up a little bit on the lyrics afterwards, so that I had to like regenerate it, but then I had to put the two together because I didn't want to lose the introduction. So listen to this.
I'll listen to it now.
I stand at the edge of knowing, where ancient wisdom meets my hand. 5 patterns laid before me in this cosmic shifting sand. You call me toward the mountain where teachers waited long ago. I hear your voice like thunder in the spaces where I go. The 5th card falls, revealing truth. Old values change, I feel the proof. The 5th card falls, revealing truth. Old values change, I feel the proof. I'm yearning, I'm learning. The wheel keeps turning. I'm learning. The wheel keeps turning. I'm learning. Expands my mind. You guide me through the doorway to wisdom I've been seeking long. The price is transformation as I leave where I belong. The stars align in patterns that only patient eyes can see. The fifth gem shines the brightest when I let it change in me. The fifth card falls, revealing truth. Old values change, I feel the proof. The fifth card falls, revealing truth. Old values change, I feel the proof. I'm yearning, I'm learning. The wheel keeps turning. I'm learning. The wheel keeps turning. Unlearning. The wheel fits my mind. Your light expands my mind. Your light expands my mind.
Oh, love that. That was really very spoke to me directly as to what I'm going through right now. I was in a court case just briefly and a hearing last week, and they kind of left me and my sister, we were the ones petitioning, and they left us in the lurch, and we weren't sure of the outcome. So things are changing financially. We either win, we either lose, whatever it is. So today, the Five of Diamonds, I feel the change is upon us, and we're going to get the information that the judge will eventually give us the news, and it was based on fraud. So values changing, money, very, very accurate, this music on this day.
It says so nicely, the stars align in patterns that only the trained eye can see. So I'm learning, I'm yearning. So it's that all about that Five of Diamonds, the yearning for more, and the benefit under the influence of Jupiter. The benefits you derive from it, and I think that sort of came across rather beautifully. And yes, in
Really
terms of the lyrics, I do have the lyrics for each of the song, or for every song, and I just haven't implemented it in the apps. Would have to copy every single one of those 416 tracks, and 416 in German. So
Wow.
over 800 tracks I would have to copy, and then sort of find a way to display them on the screen. I'll probably do that at a later stage. But so far, it's just, and I mean, you get it via the internet if you have it on the app, and if you've got it on earphones or headphones or on the hi-fi, then it's the lyrics are much easier to understand, much better to understand. So that is an absolute novelty, that sort of the bland symbols have been enhanced by music, because we absorb the music in a different way than sort of audio stuff is different than seeing things and reading things. And I think that's a nice complement to the app, and adds, I think, tremendous value.
Tremendous.
And literally, I mean, sort of, yes, on a premium subscription, you only get your cards for the year, but you do get your day cards, and every day card has a different song. Obviously, it starts repeating after a while. But if you're on a VIP subscription, then sort of you can look at in any year and get the music for that. So any contact, any year, you've got the full spectrum. And also one of the features that I'm planning to implement is a random music track. You can just sort of click, and then sort of it picks one of the 416, and then
Oh,
just
that's a
sort of,
great idea. Yeah,
you know,
so if you have the
the-
question of the moment, you can click on it and see what the
well, that
content
would be something, sort of that you can like sort of enter your mood, and sort of and it picks the right track.
Yeah.
Just in case you don't know sort of who you're dealing with here, I have the lovely Karyn with me for 52starcodes.org. My name is Herman Rudolph, developer of the Sacred Symbols app. And we're talking about all things cardology. Sometimes we drift off into the advanced topics, which is very tempting. And we are cognizant of the fact that sort of that bears the risk of losing people who are new to cardology. But I think if you say again,
keeping it simple. Yeah.
Keeping it simple. Yeah, but I think, if people who watch this, they sense they get the excitement, and they get the depth of behind it. And if you are really truly interested in that, then I think we're doing a good job of saying, hey, look, here's an app free of charge. Download it, take the first steps. You know nothing, click on whatever you like, and then sort of you get some text to read and an introduction to it. And then, as you said in the beginning, beautifully said, see how it resonates with you. Start with yourself. Look at your period cards, look at your day cards, look at your life analysis, and just see what is being written, or what is written there about you, and see if that resonates. And it certainly is, as you said too, it has resonated with me, and that's why I went to the length, after 10 years, in my advanced age, to sit down and write an app about this, the way it has never been written before, and now obviously enhanced by music. So making it, just making it easy and appealing, for people, to try it out, and to develop a liking.
Brilliant idea to combine the music. Can I add a little bit about the music?
Go for it.
People might, most people have been familiar with tarot cards. At least most of my girlfriends, or even guy friends, they consider cards and tarot, but playing cards or for go fish, bridge, poker. So the idea of playing cards having any kind of magic or being an oracle or have any kind of vibration even is almost inconceivable. So they've been demonized in a way. So we're bringing it back. The playing cards actually have a vibration. Each of the cards is a note. It represents a musical note, actually, in a specific resonant frequency. And the piano actually has white keys, and they have 52. What are the chances that 52 white keys? And then the black notes have 36. We have 36 black notes. If you cut that in half, it's 18 times 18, which are the amount of stargates we have in the Earth template, representing each stargate is binary. So you don't just have one card and call it a stargate. It always comes in two. And then that's the stargate, kind of like the doors open like that. And when we use the black keys and take 18 plus 18, we realize it's just one big stargate. So if you're not acknowledging the stargates on the black keys and you're just reading on the white keys, you're really not reading the full enchilada. You mean, imagine a song that is played only on the white keys could be kind of boring. The black keys bring it some color, some spice, the passion, extra twang. So I believe the combination of what Helmar is doing is giving the whole picture, using the black keys and the white keys, and then you can feel the message. You can actually hear these words that they are singing give a message, and so far, spot on. Instead of having to pay a psychic for information, all you have to do is click on this and let the music speak to you and find the answers that way.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you don't feel like going mental, sort of thinking and deep thinking and combining and analyzing things. You just lean back and let the music carry you. Sort of, even if you don't connect to the lyrics, consciously connect to the lyrics, just tune into the tune, into
Yeah.
into the music that's actually playing, and that's just a different dimension. And you made reference to the keys on the piano keyboard. 52 white keys, 36 black keys. It truly shows that God is a mathematician.
Yes.
So and music and mind and life, I mean, they are so, it's just one. And
Yes.
everything is vibrating. Everything vibrates at a specific rate. I mean, we try to simplify this, say everything has a frequency. Yeah, everything has a frequency pattern, because music is not just one note. Music is a combination of notes, of chords, etc. But there is so much of a wow factor behind that, behind the cards. And also, none of the systems, not numerology, not astrology, not human design, or the new offshoot like gene keys, none of them are so entrenched in our language than
True.
the cards.
Yes.
He's got an ace up his sleeve, to play with open cards, to put all the cards on the table. just
Yes.
to
Yeah.
mention, about a few. So we are using that to have a trump card,
Right. That's a
you
good
know,
one. Yes.
and the joker, and I mean, so it's like it's there. We're using it almost unknowingly on a daily basis,
Yes.
but we don't make the connection to the other cards as well, because it's not just, sort of there's no one single special card in the entire deck. Each one has its own role, its own purpose, its own quality, its own value, and significance. And I always say, none of the other systems are certainly not, to the best of my knowledge, and sort of I speak under correction, but none of the other systems are alerting us to acquainting ourselves with all the other cards. Because if we know all the cards, nothing can be added to our cup of happiness and luck and competence, because the cards make us competent through the suits of the emotions, through the suit of of knowledge, of communication, through the suit of values, of the material side and the spiritual side. And it's so easy. And I just said this in one of my 7-minute cardology clips here on YouTube today. It's actually coming the next day. We don't have to learn 52 cards. We only have to learn 17, because we've got 13 cards and we've got 4 suits. And the cards are all similar. All aces have a similarity. All sixes have a similarity or are similar. All jacks have a similar. They just behave differently according to the suit they are in.
Yeah.
So learn the cards, the 13 cards, the quality of the ace and the 2 and the 3, bum, 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 all the way to the king. And then learn the 4 suits. And I mean, that
Brilliant.
gives you such a head start.
Yes.
And it's really simple.
That's a great place to start. It will be more motivating, though, if you can identify yourself as one of them, so that you can bring it into a more personalized version of educating yourself.
Yeah, and then I mean, so then I think all hell breaks loose in a positive way. Sort of, once you've learned more about yourself, obviously you want to know more about your children, about your partner, about your parents, your colleagues, your subordinates, or maybe sort of you're a high flying what's the word, headhunter. Sort of you want to know who you're headhunting, so you're running through them through the cardology analysis as well, and see where they stand. They might be suitable, but they might be in a bad spot at the moment. And say,
Right.
okay, let's postpone this, for another couple of weeks until sort of, so the air is clear.
Maybe you
So
should give an example of how you use them daily for navigation. Like, what is it that you wouldn't or would do based on what card you saw?
Well, this is now we're coming to in personal life, because there is someone has been born on the 6th of May, age 0, 6th of May this year, and that's our daughter, and she was technically more than 2 weeks overdue, so they induced the labor. But I said, look, the day before the King of Diamonds is an Ace of Spades, and the Ace of Spades has all cards on the Venus line, all odd cards, not exactly easy. The day after the King of Diamonds is the Queen of Diamonds. The Queen of Diamonds sits on the Saturn line and has all the odd cards on the Saturn line. So.
Yeah.
The limited choice we have about like inducing labor, let's pick that day and see what happens.
Good choice.
And it was amazing, because technically labor was induced like 9:30 in the morning, 9:45, 9:30, and then sort of what do you call this, the what starts before giving birth, how do you say this in English?
Contractions?
The contractions, thank you.
Mhm.
The contractions started like about 2:30 in the afternoon, and 2 minutes to 3, plop, she was there. Two pressings, and pop, she popped out within literally like 5 minutes, and
Wow.
there she was. And it was interesting, because if you look at my, we're going back to the 6th of May. We can do this in the app. We can navigate back of day cards, and we see that we are now on Tuesday, the 6th of May. I had, is that
Is this
6th of May?
yours? Oh, Helmar. Yeah, that's you.
That's me. I was on a King of Diamonds
52-day period.
period and on an 8 of Hearts day.
That's the day card. Oh, yeah.
That's the day
Okay.
card. If I go to my planetary ruler, it obviously it switched back to the current date. So we just quickly navigate back. I had a King of Hearts as a day card, my planetary ruler.
Mm-hmm.
And if I go to the mother, we have to go back. We are on her planetary ruler. She's a 9 of clubs, so she's got a Jack of spades as a Scorpio.
Which is still important, these planetary ruling cards. I call them the internal cards. Yeah.
She's in a King of Diamonds year. And she also had the same day she had a King of Hearts day card.
Beautiful. Yeah. That's actually forming a red King Stargate, which brings so many blessings of power.
Yeah, that was quite something, and sort of the ease with which she arrived on this planet was quite something. Okay, so and she also had an 8 day. For me it was an 8 of Hearts, and she had an 8 of Clubs.
Who's she?
The mother of the child.
Oh, that's her. Is that her sun card?
Then the 9 of Clubs, yes.
That's her sun card. Okay. Huh.
And she had a sun card. The 8 of so an 8 of Clubs was her day card.
Wow, that's card of protection. So she was very protected.
So, yeah, we did this, and
look at the Divine Mother. The period she had a 52-day cycle of the Divine Mother, and then the year is with the Queen of Spades. It means mother that you have to do some work. The spades is this finger. It's not easy to have a baby. You got to get some discipline, make sure you got all the right things for the baby. And yeah, it's a lesson, having a baby without a handbook. It's tough. It can exhaust you. But so she is the Divine Mother. Divine Mother was with her. She was protected. And then, yes, she has to do some work. If it's her first baby, it's a little overwhelming, the amount of work you have to do.
Was the second one, so it was easy. So she's been through this before.
No matter what, it is the 50.
No, it was. I mean, sort of like head off to her. But literally, she was like sort of the birth took about like 5 minutes maximum.
Wow, God, that's great. 5 minutes.
And the midwife said, she has never seen anything like this. That was like the ease with which that happened, and then everything was just nice. And obviously, there's a rational mind inside you that's like, what are you doing? You are saying no. We are setting the date of birth, or the day of birth, not on the Ace of Spades day and not on a Queen of Diamonds day. We're actually setting it to the sort of aligning it with the King of Diamonds day. Sort of like, what are you doing? But in retrospect, because I didn't look at that beforehand, and looked at both the planetary rulers had a King of Hearts day. So, and both birth cards had an 8 day. So that just seemed to have aligned beautifully. So the intention that went out almost was like reflected, so in the cards.
Perfect harmony. Yeah.
So far so good. I mean, you never know sort of how what life has in store for you. Well, you can look into your cards, but so certainly that did go rather well, and we're very happy.
I'm happy for you too. I know a lot of female King of Diamonds who are like savants, even one of them. They are brilliant powerhouses. So with that 4 of Clubs planetary ruling, her mental stability will be incredible. And she came in through a Red King Stargate, no doubt. So that she's going to have some magic.
And it's interesting, sort of they obviously they get mother's milk, sort of, but then I have a Jack of Clubs planetary ruler, so convention is not exactly my thing. So I just stick a slice of banana into her mouth and see what happens. And she goes, okay. I take a blueberry, she gets some watermelon. The other day I gave her just a little bit of like sort of like a herbal salt, to come lick on it and just to see what the reaction. I mean, it's obviously not. It's just like a tip of your finger, so it's not
Yeah.
exactly right, but just to see the reaction. And she just sort of like happily suckled. Okay, that's fine. I like this, and also the way the alertness in her face. I mean, she's 6 weeks old today. The alertness in her face, and also sort of her motorics are quite something. And not that I would know, but sort of what other people say is like, "Oh, she can do this. What, you're doing this?" So like, all right. So it seems to be like not a special baby, but a special.
Yeah, she is. She is. To be a king is one thing, a king of any gender, but a female king on that particular day where you have two even cards, you have the 4 of clubs internal and then the 6 of clubs to decimate, that's going to give her incredible capacity to be grounded, stay center, maybe on the dark side stubborn. My father was born on that day, so I can speak about that day a lot. But it is a really powerful day. He really was quite a leader himself, a professor, um, author of many books, and he was a rock star as far as I was concerned in the world of business and money and finance. He was a consultant for finance, and even consulted Trump, 30 years ago. And these kings that are born like on this specific king day. It's very, very powerful. You should research if you want to put that birthday in and see all the people that were born on that day. You'd be blown away. It's a lot of powerful people born on May 6th.
Okay, good to know. Well, I mean, that's going to be one of the things that I'll do, and for her, I make sure that she's grounded. I make sure that she stays fresh and unconventional. That she tries out different things, and
Good. Be a
we'll
great
see.
daddy.
Only in retrospect, you can have so many different intentions, and as we both know, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. It's
So
paved
true.
with good intention because there are so many of them, um, and it's the road to hell. So she will find her own way, and she'll get a little bit of daddy's advanced aged wisdom.
You'll guide her. You'll find her gifts and you'll accentuate them. She'll be
Yes.
very good at money and values. She'll probably have her first bank account before most people. My father had a lemonade stand when he was 5 years old, and he started collecting coins and came from a very poor family, but he's self-made from collecting coins, diamonds.
Wow.
He'd go around to different, Stop and Shop and, wherever he could get somebody to open their register. And he and his mother, who was the king of hearts, they were a dynamic duo, a Red King Stargate they formed, and they made all their money from collecting coins. So you could guide her in those ways of how to invest, teach her, because she'll do it. She'll know it. She'll pick it up fast.
Well, you see, I mean, not you, Karen, but sort of those of you who are watching now live or later on the recording, you see what you can do with the cards. And you see how you can already develop an understanding for an infant, for a baby. You know pretty much what is coming because you see the cards, you see her energetic fingerprint as she goes through the years. And you can do this with your partner, you can do this with your older kids, and you can become a fount of wisdom and guidance and insight for them, for those who are not in the know as far as the cards are concerned. And I find the system of the cards to be so easy, and the word that just came to me was approachable. That's we have a very easy, also because it's an integral part of our language. We have such an easy access to the cards. It's not exactly rocket science. It's just that little hurdle, that little obstacle that we have to jump over to get no, not to get the playing aspect of the cards out of our mind, but to add to the playing aspect the seriousness aspect, the actual meaning, or rather the science behind the cards. And if you do this, then sort of if you manage to do that, then sort of a whole new world opens up to you.
It really does. You can start making informed decisions about
Yes.
life.
Yes. Anything else for this live stream? I mean, sort of, Karen, we're gonna. This is not going to be our last one. I mean, we carry on. We venture on. We've got so much to add, and sort of, both capable of distilling that wisdom, and you obviously approach this thing from a completely different angle and sort of and also experience. For me, I'm a newbie compared to you, so you're like sort of like way out. You're way out there for me, and sort of I was like, oh, what is she talking about? But sort of it's like for me, it's like it's absolutely fascinating because it just keeps adding. It keeps adding to what I already know. So I really revel in that, and I appreciate it. Anything else that you'd like to for this live stream to keep it under 1 hour, so that sort of people sort of watch it afterwards as well, because we know, when we see this, like, oh, it's like more than an hour, sort of, it's like we don't do this, so let's keep it under an hour. Anything else that you'd like to add to newbies, to people interested in cardology? Where to start? The websites, books? Well, we've got the app.
Yeah, the app is a great place to start. Get your
Yay.
birthday in there, and then add your contacts, and start discovering who are you people. And you might even find your own karma card, which I call a shadow card, and notice how many shadow card people are your friends or in your family. And just start making observations and write them down, and everything will start to line up. Even compatibility is very, very fascinating. Helmar has an amazing compatibility app, and a lot of people contact me for readings. When it comes down to it, they might originally say, I want to know about my mother's health, or am I getting a new job? Ultimately, 10 minutes into each session, they want to know about love and romance, and it seems to be everybody's biggest question, but the people are embarrassed up front to say that right away, or maybe they just need to meet with me and feel comfortable, know that I'm approachable and non-judgmental. But compatibility and finding your person is one of life's hardest challenges, and this program that he designed is really insightful for helping to find your soulmate.
Well, even in the free, thank you, Karen. Even in the free version, you see sort of there's mine and hers, and you can see straight away there's a Venus connection, which is really good, because between my planetary ruler, which is a Jack of Clubs, and her birth card, which is 9 of Clubs. I still have to do this, but sort of but there it shows, so then you get some texts for that, sort of spiritual spread Venus connection, which means past life connection, Jack of Clubs to 9 of Clubs, and so on and so on. So that's the free version, and the premium version, which starts at $2 a month, which is a bit of a joke, actually. And the price will go up because the app has gained so much in functionality and in usefulness. You can see sort of our composite birth card is an Ace of Hearts. Hey, how is that? And then this is interesting. It's an 8 of Diamonds thingy currently, and for the period of this 8th of June, which is just like a couple of days ago, until the 21st of June, the 14 days, and the planetary conjunction is now a Pluto one. And I said to her, so it's Pluto. We have to be careful. Pluto's transformation and relationship-wise, it's not always the easiest. So there you can see sort of in your conjunction data, sort of how you move through the year. Plus minus, sort of
Very helpful. Very, very helpful. I mean, there's always a dark side and a light side to every card, and Pluto is a little tricky. It is the, Lord of the underworld, and it is, the fires of transformation, and a higher octave of Mars, the warrior, the card of war. But also Pluto is that which takes you to the next level. So it can help you go up an octave, help you grow, help you become a better version of yourself. So that's the light side of Pluto. If you want to grow, if you are a truth seeker and you want to evolve, then we welcome Pluto. So today we have this. Is this how you're saying our actual transit cards you combined and found that it made Pluto? Interesting.
Yeah. And I'm sort of I occupy, the first person occupies the columns, and it's my Saturn period. And she also, got into her Saturn period just now, just a couple of days ago. And that's so we jumped from her Jupiter and my Saturn, which is like, sort of open, nothing special. But when she switched into her Saturn period, sort of there's the Pluto conjunction all of a sudden.
Interesting.
Because it is her 8 of Spades and the King of Diamonds.
And
And
that
then
goes in your personal transit.
composite card. Sorry, that's the composite cards, but sort of that's her Saturn, yeah, both of our Saturn periods. And I don't know sort of how I got there. I must just sort of keep that in mind. Yes, because there is it's in a spiritual spread between the Eight of Spades and the King of Diamonds. Yeah, because the King of Diamonds is the last card in the diamond suit, and the Eight of Spades is 8 spaces down in the spiritual spread. That's why it's a Pluto connection.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Right? So the Eight of Spades is Pluto to the King of Diamonds
Yes,
in
yeah.
this in the spiritual spread.
In the spiritual spread. And you got the King of Diamonds from your personal transit, daily
No,
personal.
there's no that is not the daily one. That is the period card.
Oh, okay, for 52 days. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have a King of Diamonds for 52 days, which totally makes sense because you've got a child that you're fully focused on that is a King of Diamonds.
Yes.
My Eight of Spades in Saturn, that's my 52-day cycle.
No, that is the mother of the child. That's Vivian.
Oh, that's why I got confused. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
right. So if I take you and can do this too, I can do this on the fly. There's KC. So we have a 5 of diamond, a 5 of clubs, a composite card for this period, and the period is 48 days, which is rather long. But so we have a large overlap there between the 5th of May and the 21st of June. And if you look sort of you and Jupiter, I'm in Saturn, you'll see that, right? It's also we are in Pluto, so a lot of transformation. My Saturn and your Jupiter is also a Pluto card. Why is that? Why is that a Pluto card? I'll have to 5 of diamonds and King of diamonds. Yeah, there you go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King, 8 spaces away.
Excellent.
Yeah,
That's
from the
why
5
we
of
have.
diamonds to the King of diamonds. So that explains that. And this one is once again, sort of 5 of clubs composite card. We meet, we communicate, we expand, we search in the quest for more knowledge, quest for more wisdom, for more insight. And that's we've chosen the right period as well for our live stream here.
Yes. That's what I call it, part of the eclipse as well.
So this is what you can do, and if you want to sort of leave a little bit up to chance, then sort of you can send this to ChatGPT and send a request here. That takes a while before it calculates it, but now it takes the birth cards and the ruling cards of both people, and then it analyzes them just in general, not this particular period, and then you can see what the AI says. That's a moment, please. AI is currently massaging your request to provide a useful result.
Massaging.
Massaging, yes. It's just there we go.
Yeah.
And there it is. H and K overview of the relationship, positive qualities of their dynamics, challenges in daily life, practical recommendations, psychological, holistic approaches. So there's something to read, and there's some lovely clues you can take from that AI analysis as well. And if you want to share this, you click on the share button here at the bottom right, and you can pass it on to the partner or to whomever you deem fit. So the app actually sort of caters quite a bit, sort of for the relationship people. And while we're at it, and sort of I wanted to add 2 more things on the day card. There's a month's calendar. You can see what are your day cards, for the rest of the month.
That's really important.
Or if you want to do like a holiday thing, then you get the next 4 weeks. And then also I added something to the year card in the not for the free version, but the version for sort of the premium and the VIP version. So you click on the day card, and then it shows you your year cards for your birth card and your planetary ruling card for any of your periods.
Well, that's fantastic. Yeah. Does it give vertical and direct as well?
So in this case, we are no, but I'll show you that stuff because we've got Vivian's thingy here. So if she's in a Mars period, and it's like highlighted here. So we see it's Queen of Spades and a King of Diamonds, for a planetary ruler.
Yeah.
So you can quickly just have a quick overview, and also like if you do consultations, if you look at a particular age, maybe sort of at when she was 23 or something like this, what happened there. Also interesting, 23, also King of Diamonds year card or long range card for her planetary ruler. coincidentally. And if you look at here, there's another one, King of Diamonds, coming up when she's 38, or when she's 37 or 38th year.
And this is the mother of your baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just that as a list. And then I wanted to, you mentioned something else now.
Compatibility. Vertical and direct cards.
Vertical and direct. So if you go to the spreads, then sort of you have the direct cards here, but you can switch to the vertical ones.
Okay.
And I'm following Gina Jones' model of actual, sort of, we go downwards and then we go.
Yeah.
So we go as we go through the rows in that fashion, that sort of the planets go in sequence. We do this on the vertical side as well. And then there's the diagonal one, if you want to see the compatibility, who is like, let's say, in your field on a mutual.
Those diagonals were very compatible. Yeah.
Yeah. So that one as well, which
really
is quite
well done.
And then obviously with the VIP, you can with the VIP, you can go through each of the years. And as you go, you're 37 now, then you go to your thingy, then you see the years 2031, and you wait for a couple of seconds, and then the music should also like be pulled in. Technically, I don't know if it works in this case. I still may have to fine tune a little bit, but it should actually work. I don't know why it's not pulling it up. There we go. It loads the tracks. There we go. So you can play your music for 2031 if you want to.
Wow.
I mean, it's just, again, so finishing on the music thing. I mean, that's really something, so the diversity of the music, the lyrics, and the depth of the lyrics, that's really something special. And I just wish a lot of people come across it and make use of it, because it's like literally for $2 a month, you get a whole new dimension of learning about yourself, learning about other people. And so that's it. We have a comment. Arno is there. I'm a 5 of clubs. That's why I'm watching.
I don't know.
Bayerhut Arno. Arno came to my master key system and cardology seminar in Mallorca, and he learned a lot about the 5 of clubs. And he has a VIP version of the app. So Arno is in the know. And Arno and I we have a connection to South Africa. So that's lovely. Thanks, Arno. Thanks for popping up and for leaving a comment.
Nice to meet you, Arno.
Hey, let's
sun card. You're my moon card.
I want to check this. If we have hide show comments on stage, live comments will appear during the stream. Okay, I don't know how this works. Arno, send me another comment, please. I just want to see. I want to see them on stage now. There's at the bottom. There's Arno, bottom right. tiny on screen.
I can't see him. Oh, I do. I see him at the bottom.
You do.
Yeah.
Tiny comment. Let's see if mine is.
Click on it.
Yeah, there you go. No, but
there's smiley.
There's a tiny comment. Okay, so that's a new feature. That's a beta feature in this app. But otherwise, we can just sort of show them like this on Facebook, or in this case. Right, we've crossed the 1 hour barrier. Karyn, thank you so much for your insight and for your willingness to assist, and really sort of this. I every time I learn a lot, and I think Arno will appreciate that too, because he's a 5 of clubs. So he loves to learn as well.
Oh, good. I love 5 of clubs people. They're my moon card, and I'm their sun card. Yeah. And it is the card of the eclipse, and it's because it's number 18 in the deck. Star code's 18. You start from the Ace of Hearts, 2 of Hearts, 3 of Hearts, 4 of Hearts, all the way through, and you get to the 5 of Clubs, and that's 18. So why 18 is the eclipse? Well, the nodes of the moon, Rahu and Ketu, are the nodes of the moon. They are responsible for every eclipse we have every year. Without the Rahu and Ketu, we would never have eclipses. So they move every 18 months in transit, and then every 18 years they go back to the same place. So it's called the nodal return. So that's why on many levels it is the card of the eclipse.
But Karyn, explain one thing, because Arno says like sort of yes, so you're 3 of diamonds, because like sort of in the system of Roberts, he said like the moon card is to the right of the birth card. So
I'm a 4 of hearts externally, sun,
yeah,
but I have 2 6 of clubs. One's on the internal, one's on the decanate. So on my internal and decanate, or you might call it planetary ruling, I am the 6 of clubs, which sits besides in the spiritual spread, besides the 5 of clubs.
there you go. There you go.
Yes.
Yes. That's why. Okay, that's, I can follow that too. Excellent. So
Good.
your ruler and his birth card are moon to each other.
I don't know what his ruling card is. So his birth card is the 5.
No,
My
ruling
internal card is the 6 of
internal
clubs.
card
Both
is the
of
6.
clubs.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
There
where
we
we
go.
connect sun moon. Yeah.
Cool. Right. So let's wrap it off. I'm going to show the names again in the websites. Karyn can be found under 50starcodes.org. And she is just amazing. So book a session with her. And you'll be blown away, and you'll have plenty of material to digest for the coming weeks and months. And if you just want to have like a quick head start on the system of cardology, download the app at SacredSymbols.app or the Play Store, the App Store, and get yourself a subscription or a one-time payment, and then sort of you'll be set for life. And I mean that. And then sort of as you have questions, you book yourself, get yourself a session from a qualified cardologer, and you'll be rewarded with so much more insight and understanding about yourself or other people. Karyn, final word?
Can I add in that I'm opening a school, and I haven't picked the date, but I'm thinking September this year, where it'll be, a long program, long enough, and to become a certified star coder. You can call yourself whatever you want, cardologist. And I'll be using Helmar's Sacred Symbols app as part of the curriculum. So I hope to see people in my classroom and all using this app. And also, I wrote a book of several. I wrote 5, and you can buy them on Amazon.com. And it's called the Secret 52 Star Codes of Creation. But I'm in the process of consolidating those 5 into one, because it was complicated. People didn't know what to do. What book do I buy first? What book is for me? And it was, based on each suit, and then a guidebook. So, and just making it a big fat book now, so that nobody's confused. So that'll come out maybe in the next month or so. I'm almost done.
Lovely.
Thank you for having me, Helmar.
No, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for enlightening us once again, and have a lovely afternoon. It's evening here on German time, and until we meet again, I'm really looking forward to it, and we'll dig deeper as we go along.
All right, have a great rest of the day, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Do we have something like a trailer? No, we don't. We don't need a trailer. We just show ourselves on the app. There's the app. That was it, a live stream with Karyn Chabot and myself, Why on Earth, Sacred Symbols Cardology, on the 16th of June, 2025. It's been a great pleasure. We're ending this stream here, and with a little bit of background music. Well, and we shall see you next time. Bye-bye.
See you next time. Lots of love. Bye, everyone.